know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away. I want you back.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Alpha Day Trading. If this is your first time inside the Alpha Day Trading community, please take a moment to actually leave us a message inside a chat. Myself, other mentors, leaders, and other members inside the community would actually like to take a second to welcome you to the team. Yes, this is a pre-recorded video, so no, I do not wear the same polo every single day. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. You'll never know. And again, I just wanted to take a moment to welcome you to the team if you are new. And if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to let us know. That's what we're here for. Now, if you guys ever notice any issues whatsoever with the community, simply refresh your browser and that will fix almost every issue. If you notice any issues with the stream quality, scroll down to the lower right-hand side of the stream, click the settings icon and actually set it from auto to 720 or to 1080p, and that will permanently set your quality so you'll never have any issues with the live stream. Now, if you still have any issues and you've refreshed your browser and you've already changed the quality, scroll down to the bottom of the chat room page, click one-on-one support, and actually send us a ticket, and we will be able to reach out to you immediately to get everything fixed. It is our main priority to make sure you guys always have the best experience while you guys are inside the chat. So once again, my name is Josh Howerton. Welcome back to Alpha Day Trading, and if you're brand new, welcome. Day one, baby. Welcome to the Alpha Day Trading community. We're so happy to have you a part of the team. We cannot wait to work with you. And if you ever need anything whatsoever, never hesitate to reach out. We are always here to help. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. Good morning, team. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? And welcome back to the best trading chat room in the world. Guys, Alpha Day Trading, you are what makes it great. You guys are what makes it the absolute best. So once again, team, good morning and happy Monday. Trader King, Andy, talking to you, buddy. Talking to you. Good morning, happy Monday, and we're going to find some amazing trades, amazing opportunity, and we're going to lock in some great profits today. It's going to be fun. I'm going to rock that big account like I always do, all right? And then also, I'm going to start rocking a small account and get warmed up for our small account challenge. Todd, welcome to the team. So happy to have you here, so happy to work with you. And since you are new to chat, take a moment, watch our introduction. That's going to break everything down for you so you know exactly how to use chat and all the functionality, because there's a lot going on. But once you understand how to use it, it'll be pretty darn easy. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go ahead and dive into it, team. All right, good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you guys had a phenomenal weekend and that you are absolutely fired up for a great day ahead, because I tell you what, team, I'm fired up. I'm hyped up. Since 6:30 this morning, I've been hyped up and fired up, ready to jump on the mic and get going with you guys. So once again, good morning. Happy to have you back here in chat. Everybody over on YouTube, good morning as well. Let's go ahead and dive into it. We have a lot to talk about today. All right, so lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. Let's go ahead and pull up our morning stock newsletter. All right, let's go ahead and get that pulled up real quick. We're going to actually go ahead and break that down. All right, so this is a morning stock newsletter. Money Monday, June 14th, 2021. Good morning, traders, and happy Money Monday. I'm excited to kick off a brand new week and a brand new of trading. Yeah, someone was a little hyped up this morning. They missed a couple words. So I'm excited to kick off a brand new week and a brand new day of trading. Last week was an awesome week in chat and in the market. I'm so excited to work with each and every one of you. The live stream starts every single morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and live trade commentary begins at 9 o'clock a.m. on the dot Eastern Standard Time. If you guys have any questions, please email me, josh@alphadaytrading.com. I look forward to working with you, and I definitely look forward to seeing you guys profit. Woo! So, let's go ahead and dive into it, team. So we got a lot to talk about, right? We have quite a few stocks with news. Honestly, we do not have enough time to dive into 12 different stocks and review all of them, but I'll do my best because I really want to dive into my personal watch list, right? A lot of these stocks are not going to do anything today. We know that, right? There's going to be probably 2 to 3 out of these stocks that actually have some potential, right? Like ENOB, all right, RAPT, some really good press releases out there. Some press releases are okay. Form 4s, exclusive teams to lead, strategic realignment and innovation, right? But then we have like RAPT, positive top-line results from their phase 1 trial. ENOB, FDA approval. So again, we got some stocks that have much better opportunity for profit. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and brush through these real quick, all right? I really want to dive into the watch list as far as what we have going on today, guys. So let's go ahead and start with BTC. BTC is a BTC. I did not. BTX. I meant to put BTX. I don't know what I'm doing. So BTX, they execute a letter of intent to acquire Novelist Therapeutics. All right. So BTX, off that news, goes from around 1430 to 1733. Right now, lost a lot of action. But the only reason I want to talk about this first is because BTX is a former supernova play. I mean, this stock went from $10 and within a week and a half ran all the way up towards around $80. Right now, BTX gave everything back, double bottoming on the daily chart. Shocking that they come out with a press release right when the technicals look somewhat appealing on the daily chart as well. So, with that being said, BTX, we're definitely going to be keeping this one on watch today as they do have news that they're acquiring Novelist Therapeutics. BTX right now is currently gapping up a little over $1. And right now I'm just scanning on through to see exactly what the float is on BTX. So BTX has a 17 million in float. Average volume on this play over the last 3 months is 8 million shares, but right now we're only trading 750,000 shares here in pre-market. All right. So with that being said, you know, it just doesn't really have the volume. We can see the price action. It doesn't really look all that great. So go ahead and put BTX on your back burner. All right. There is good news. BTX is a former runner. I don't think we should discredit it, but I think that we should go ahead and just put it on our back burner. It definitely shouldn't be one of the top 3 stocks we focus on right out of the gate. All right. We also have MDIA. MDIA was our #1 top gainer this morning here in pre-market. MDIA, they appoint new executive team to lead strategic realignment and innovation. All right, so nothing really crazy. Friday afternoon in post-market, got some nice action all the way up towards around $7.85 from a $4 close. Right now trading right above $6. So again, this was our #1 watch. Traders are looking at this stock because it was the #1 gainer here in pre-market, but right now we don't want to see it back below 550. All right, as long as we stay above 550 here on MDIA, we do have room back up to the 730s. Right now we're just in a big channel, right? We're just in one big channel with 550 support in 738 to 740 top resistance, all right? So that's what we have going on there. If we ever break over that 738, we could definitely see this up towards around $8 and up towards around that 875 mark, all right? So 875 would probably be one of our main targets today here on MDIA if we start to see MDIA get some action to the upside. Anything over 875, we know the 875 rule. 80% of the time when a stock breaks on the first attempt, 875, we typically get a big spike right up towards around $10. So MDIA is on high watch for the break out of this channel above that 740 to 785, the highs, right? We have room to 875, and then anything over 875, we have a lot of room up towards around $10. And right now, we have bottom channel support right around $5.50 there on MDIA. So MDIA, we're definitely going to be adding that to our watch list. Definitely still don't think it's one of the top 3. I think we have better options and better opportunity out there. So with that being said, back burner play, just keeping this on watch to see if we get any kind of setup this morning. All right, guys. What's up? Sorry about that, guys. So that's what's going on with MDIA. All right. Then we have ETTX. ETTX has a press release as well. It's a Form 4. This stock had some action Friday in post-market from around 268.
trading up towards around the 320s. This morning hitting highs of 463, giving everything back. So the only thing that we really have going for ETTX is if we can hold above right where we're at, right around that 320, right off Friday's post-market resistance. If we ever drop back below that 319, we do have room all the way back down to 270. It is easy to short ETTX. So again, if we get a quick pop and we start cracking below that 319 to $3 mark, I would be looking to short this back down towards around 270. If we hold above that 319, we could definitely see it back up towards around 347. Then we could see it up towards around 374. And we're just looking left. We're looking at these prior levels of resistance as targets, right? So with that being said, 320 support. We crack below 320. Obviously $3 natural support, but we most likely would see $3 crack as well, all the way down to 270. We hold above 320, we have room to 347. Then we have room to 374, $4, 431, and then 462 here on ETTX. All right, and that's simply up on a Form 4 filing. All right, guys, ITOS and GSX announced development and commercialization collaboration for EOS-448, an anti-TIGIT monoclonal antibody enabling novel next-generation immuno-oncology combinations. Holy cow. I mean, I have no idea what that means. Do you guys know what that means? Do you know what EOS-448 for anti-TIGIT monological antibody enabling novel next generation immuno-oncology? Do you guys know what that means? I mean, please enlighten me. I have no idea what that means. All I'm looking for is keywords, right? I'm looking for keywords. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, positive results. Meeting primary endpoints, acquisitions, receiving large sums of money, right? I'm looking for keywords. I don't really see any hot keywords, all right? All I see is they're announcing the development and commercialization collaboration. That's all I see. So it's not like a 4 or 5 star keyword to look for in a press release, right? It's not the best press release, and it's a little confusing of a press release as well. With that being said, ITOS is gapping up from around 20, trading at $30 right now, hitting highs of 35 here in pre-market, all right? I think this has a lot of room to the downside. I personally think ITOS will fall for some reason, all right? I'm not a fan of the price action. I'm not a fan of what I'm seeing. So if we start cracking below that $29 mark right off these pre-market lows, I would look to short this down to 25 and possibly short this all the way back down into the 20s here on ITOS. So ITOS is a short play for me, right? Again, I could be wrong. It could pop up and re-break 32 and hit those highs of 35 and then start grinding on up into the 36s, into the 39s, looking at the daily chart. But again, if we don't break above 32 and get back to retest those highs of 35 and we crack that floor of support from pre-market at $29, I would be looking to short this down to 25 and possibly even down towards around 20. So ITOS is a short play for me, as well as ETTX. ETTX, I would be looking at this for a possible short play as well. All right, so those are going to be a couple of short plays that I'm seeing here in pre-market. Again, not the best of news. ETTX, I mean, in my opinion, it's already given a lot back. The short opportunity's not that great, right? We're looking at maybe 30 to 40 cents. But ITOS, we're looking at maybe $2, $3, $4. All right, so in my opinion, I can get less share size, pay less commissions and fees, and still capitalize on a $2 to $3 move to the short side on ITOS if I ever get that set up. All right, so ITOS right now, I'm thinking more short on that play. All right, moving on. VGZ, VG to the Z. What do we got going on here? Not a lot, guys. This morning, Vista Gold Group achieves significant milestone with approval of the final major authorization for MT Todd. All right, so they're achieving a significant milestone with approval, but from who, right? Approval from FDA, right? What's the approval? Just the approval of final major authorization. So with that being said, it got some hype this morning, right? It ran all the way to 190 from 119. But right now, it gave everything back. Right now, here on VGZ, we have no volume. So do you guys really think we should be focused here on VGZ compared to some of the other stocks that we've already looked at? I don't think so, right? So I would say that's dead. I would say let's go ahead and discredit that. If it ever pops up on a scanner, we'll get prepared. But right now, I really don't think there's a lot of great opportunity here with VGZ. Moving on, TERN. We have TERN, same thing. They have a press release this morning. Positive top-line results from phase 2 lift study. All right, so they have positive top-line results from phase 2 studies. That's great news. But not all the time will we see a stock with great news get a lot of hype, right? Again, the stock had a press release. Maybe there was another stock that came out shortly after with a press release that was better that traders went ahead and dove into and jumped on board, right? So right now, TERN, yes, there's a press release. It's good, but there's not a lot going on right now with TERN, right? There's just not a lot going on with TERN. So right now, I don't think that should be our focus. I do think we should add it to the back burner just in case it starts moving on up. But right now, it's a newer IPO play. Doesn't really have a lot of hype and activity, and we don't see a lot of volume here in pre-market. I'm looking for this to re-break 20, right? Basically looking at the daily chart. We can ever re-break 20, we could see it up towards around $21.99. Anything over $21.99, we could see it up towards around $23.70. Anything over $23.70, we can see it up towards around 26, then off those highs around 28. All right, so right now, that's all I'm looking for, is if this stock can re-break 20, we may have some room up to 22, $23.70, $26, and then $28 here over on TERN. Another back burner play that has good news, but right now in pre-market just doesn't have a lot of hype. So we can kind of classify this as a possible sleeper play, right? Don't you guys think so? A stock that has great news, recent IPO, has a lot of room to the upside. That could be classified as a sleeper play. Not a lot of traders are looking at this right now because, again, there's nothing going on in pre-market. But the second we see some volume move in, the second we re-break 20, that can definitely bring a lot of activity, action, and volume into this play, and we could see it going a nice big move to the upside, all right? As if we don't break 20, I'm not interested. So right now, back burner, sleeper play here on TERN. Again, this one is currently gapping up slightly, not a lot, about $1.50 on phase 2 positive studies, all right? That's what we got going on with TERN. ENOB. ENOB. I was able to lock in $86 here on ENOB. I missed my second trade as well, and I was actually streaming that inside of on TikTok, right? I was doing a little Q&A this morning on TikTok. I'm like, yo, ENOB down towards around that 975. We had a nice little pop there. I missed the trade. It's all good, right? But right now, ENOB has been our *1 watch this morning. If you go up to the ticker search and you type in ENOB, you will see all of our alerts this morning here on ENOB, right? So anytime you come into the market and you see a lot of talk on one ticker, you can filter, guys, every single ticker that has, a message behind it, right? That's something that you can't do with a lot of other these Discord trading platforms. Again, this platform, our community, was custom tailored for traders. Again, you come into the market at 9. You see everybody's talking about ENOB, but you want to see what other people have been saying previously today. Maybe some alerts that I made, right? Again, type in ENOB and you will see every single message that has ENOB. So again, at 7:46, ENOB, all eyes here. We are going for new all-time highs on ENOB. I'm looking for 975 entries on ENOB. That's at 7:47. ENOB, 975 entries. 940 stops with an $11 plus targets, all right? On high watch for the 90 MA VWAP squeeze. That was an hour later, so I'm already alerting the 975 entry with stops and targets. I never do that unless I am confident that it's an 80-20 setup, that we have great odds of moving to the upside. Because the last thing I want to do is post an alert, traders get in and lose money. I don't post 100 alerts a day, maybe 1 or 2, but those are setups that I will put my money behind as well. And I wanted to buy this. And again, whoever was on TikTok that saw that would vouch that I was looking at the comments as I'm getting ready to make an entry, and it already popped 40 cents, 50 cents. I was already 40 to 50 cents too late to the trade. But again, that's the beauty of our chat room that we had custom developed. Is again, you can come in the chat, you can search ENOB, and you can go look at all of our alerts, all of our messages that have to do with a certain ticker or even a certain username as well. So ENOB, right there, came down to 975. Actually hit 965. Would have never stopped us out. We hit $11, and now we're up towards around $12.40, flagging above pre-market highs. There's been a lot of opportunity this morning here on ENOB, guys. So again, that's the beauty about being in here and having some of these awesome features and some of this awesome functionality. All right. So with that being said, ENOB is going to be one of our top 3 stocks we're watching here out of the gate, guys. Right now, we are slightly flagging above pre-market highs of $11.89. What do we know about stocks that break over previous resistance? As long as those stocks hold above that previous resistance level, we could see the next leg up. So right now, you could be making entries right around 12 bucks. You can be putting your stops 25 cents away. And if this holds, right, you could possibly see that next leg up towards around all-time highs of 1343. Anything over 1343 here on ENOB, the sky's the limit. We play it up towards around $15. Next big psychological number would be $20 over $15. So right now, team, as long as we can hold above $11.89, that previous high, we have room to retest these all-time highs of $13.43. Anything over $13.43, we have room to $15. Anything over $15, we then have a lot of room up to $20. ENOB is my number 1 watch out of the gate. Right at the bell, all eyes are going to be on ENOB, team. All right, right now, support, you would actually put it right back down towards around that 975, right? We don't really want to see it that low, all right? Ideally, 1095 is a good level off those previous highs here. And one other thing you can do too is go ahead and connect an uptrend on the play, right? Excuse me. Go ahead and connect an uptrend on the play, all right, team? So right now, if we pull back to that $11 mark, that's the uptrend. That's the VWAP. That's the previous high. I would be looking to take an entry on a panic dump, right? Maybe we call them washout longs, right? To where all these longs close their positions, washes out the stock, washes the price down. So it could be considered a washout long or a panic dump to where people are panicking, taking profits right when the market opens, which causes the stock to dump on off right into an area of support for a big pop back up. This is a high risk, high reward play. Not for a new trader, not for the faint of heart. It's very quick, it's very fast, and you have to be extremely disciplined to take these types of trades. But with that being said, if we open up and we dump down towards around that 1095, I am looking for that panic dump, that washout long, quick little scalp opportunity, possible pop over the pre-market highs. That's what I'm looking at right now on ENOB as my number 1 watch team. All right, number 1 watch ENOB. Again, looking for that washout long down towards around that $10.95, $11 mark. Previous highs, VWAP, and the uptrend third point as well, which really makes this a great 70-30, 80-20 setup. Again, we have multiple separate reasons to take this trade. All right. Moving on, we have EYEG as well. EYEG. This morning, EYEG announced first patient dosed for PP-001 in a phase 2 proof of concept, right? So it wasn't positive phase 2 trials. It wasn't they met their primary endpoints. They're announcing their first patient dose for their proof of concept sulfate inflammation study. All right, so with that being said, it's just proof of concept. They don't have the data yet. It's not positive. It's not negative. Why is EYEG not really getting any hype to the upside? Because again, it's not anything super positive. We have yet to get that positive data. Again, this is the first patient that they're dosing with this PP-001 in their phase 2 proof of concept study, right? So those are just some keywords to look for. Again, that's why EYEG is not getting a lot of hype to the upside when we see phase 2 trial, right? We see phase 2 as a keyword, but we look at the other keywords around it and we can see, okay, it's not that hot, it's not that exciting, and that's why we're not seeing EYEG get a lot of oomph to the upside. Last but not least, we have RAPT team. All right, last but not least, we have RAPT. RAPT this morning, stock soars as atopic dermatitis, I know I said titis, dermatitis candidate shows promising action in early stage study. All right, so RAPT Therapeutics says difference between RPT 193 and placebo was statistically significant but no other endpoints or time points achieved statistical significance. But the difference between the placebo and their RPT 193 was statistically significant. All right, so that's exactly why we're seeing RAPT go from around $18, hitting these $41 pre-market highs. So another number one stock we're watching, right? We're finding stocks that meet our top three. It's definitely going to be RAPT. Now, if RAPT ever cracks down below $30.60, I will be looking to short this down towards around 25. RAPT is easy to short as well, so I don't have to locate these shares. So with that being said, if we ever crack down below 30, I would look to short it on down towards around 25. However, if we hold this higher low and we get that third touch break of 40, we could see this going a nice big move to the upside. First target would be right off that daily high, right around 41.89. Anything over 41.89, and that's a gap to fill as well. So not only is it the previous daily high, it's also a daily gap that we could possibly fill today as well. Now, if we clear those two levels, look at that. We have a lot of room to $48.50 here on RAPT. So much opportunity on the stock to the short side, so much opportunity on this stock to the upside as well. So RAPT, definitely making it in to the top three that I want to be focused on. All right, so number one stock that I am focused on out of the gate is going to be ENOB, followed by RAPT. And then last but not least, we have ORPH. All right, ORPH was a big time mover on Thursday, going from around $6 all the way to 77. Friday went from around $10 all the way to 16. We are gapping up right now in pre-market. I want to keep ORPH on high watch as well, just in case we ever re-break 12. We could see 13. Then we could see 16. If we ever clear $16 on ORPH, we could see this going a nasty squeeze to the upside once again. But we have to clear 12 and 13 first. Once we start clearing those levels, we can easily see 16. We could easily see 18, 20, and then really over 20 is where things would get very exciting and very interesting on ORPH. So right now, it's a back burner play. Right now, it's definitely not a top three stock I'm watching, as there's not a lot going on. We definitely have better opportunity with ENOB. We definitely have better opportunity with RAPT. But I definitely think we should be keeping ORPH on watch as a back burner play today as well. All right, we have about 5 minutes to go. The moment you guys have all been waiting for, AMC. All right, AMC, I talked about this on TikTok on Saturday. All right, I put it in the Morning Stock newsletter as well. Again, we all know it went on a nasty run up to 72. Right? It's been a little choppy and a little confusing the last week or two. That being said, it's honoring the technicals, guys. It's honoring the technicals. We just pulled back and bounced off our 50% Fibonacci retracement. We just pulled back and held our 13 SMA, and we saw a validation on Friday. We saw decent volume move in. We saw the respection of the 13 SMA. We saw it respect the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. My key level for this to get back above and stay above was $50. What did we do this morning? Back above 50. Retesting 50. Back above 50. Right now, guys, as long as this stock holds above $50, we have a lot of room to the upside here on AMC. So with that being said, AMC is definitely something that's on high watch today. Let's go ahead and break this down into a 1 hour chart, and you can even see how many times it came down and bounced off the 50, bounced off the 50, bounced off the 50. Big descending triangle formation here on AMC. On Friday, we broke above the downtrend. We're back above 50. We have a lot of opportunity for AMC to go on another big time move today. As long as AMC stays above 50, I'm long biased, right? I'm thinking more to the upside. If we crack back below 50, I am looking to short this, maybe back down towards around $40, and maybe even a swing trade to the short side on small size. Small size. But again, I do not like swinging to the short side. It's very risky, so I may be looking at some puts on AMC if we crack back down below 50 to see it continue the sell-off this week. If we crack back down below 50, we do have room down towards around 40, right? If we ever crack below that $40 mark, again, the 13 SMA, as well as our 50% fib, we have room to fill the gap on the daily chart right here down towards around $32, $33. What's another thing that you see right around that gap? What's another level that stands out to you right around that gap level? That's our 61.8 fib. So if we come down to $32.91, $33, I would be looking to go long for a possible multi-day swing trade for the bounce up towards around 40. Again, filling the gap, bouncing off the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement. I do think that would be a great level to then get the leg up if we cannot stay above $50. But right now we look good. We're above 50. We have room up to 60. We have room up to 67. And then we have room right up towards around 72. And then right back up and towards the 77.30 area to retest those all-time highs. If we ever break over that $77 mark, we have $100 in sight. Right? So AMC is still on high watch. Right? Right now, as long as it's over 50, I'm thinking we have room to the upside to 60, room to 67, room to 72, room to 77, retesting those all-time highs, and then possibly room up towards around $100. If we ever crack down below 50, I'm looking to short this back down towards around 40, and then if we ever crack 40, back down to fill that daily gap right around $33, as well as our 61.8 Fibonacci retracement, guys. So, what's going on, team? Good morning. You have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to send me a message. Say, good morning, Josh. Good morning, team. Happy Money Monday. Give me some love, team. Let me see who's in chat, who's hyped up, who's fired up to make some amazing profits today and have fun like we always do. Cole, good morning. Everybody on YouTube, I'm feeling generous today. There you go. Go ahead and take advantage of a 7-day trial over on YouTube, all right? I just posted that up. I'm feeling generous, all right? That's coming down at noon today. So at noon, I'm deactivating the coupon. You want another 7-day pass to the chat room, 7-day trial, go ahead and check us out. We'll be streaming here on YouTube until 10 o'clock like we always do, Monday through Friday. But again, if you want to be in chat, book your one-on-one session with me. You want to dive into our video lessons library. You want to have some fun and collaborate with all of our amazing team members. Definitely take me up on that offer and dive into chat. Trader King, Todd, Cole, B Moose, Chris. Good morning. Good morning, team. Let's make some money. Let's do it. So I think I saw someone come through and they booked. All right, looks like I got Steve on Wednesday. So again, guys, right above the live stream, we do have our booking for our private sessions. That's official now. We're doing that. If you're on a mobile device, again, you don't see any of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and post up the booking link for our mobile users. I will make sure I do that every single morning for you guys. So again, if you're on a mobile device, obviously you do not see everything I'm talking about because that's for desktop users. So again, if you're on a mobile device, go ahead and click that booking link if you want to set up a time for a 30-minute session with me. We'll definitely review some trades. We'll have some fun, but the market's open. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. So right now, let's go ahead and get our scanners opened up. And right now, remember what I said, ENOB, one of my top stocks I'm watching for that possible little washout here on ENOB for the little scalp to the upside. Again, we got to see it right down into the that 10.95, $11 mark. That's VWAP. That's the previous high. That's the uptrend as well. Again, quick dump, a quick green candle. So it's got to come down to the penny for me to get involved right at 11 bucks. Only going to go about 250 shares here. So again, this is a simple washout long. See, it washed out to the pre-market low, right? So that was the trade. So again, we opened at 11.90. We washed out to 11.30 off the pre-market low, and then we squeezed over pre-market highs. That's the strategy. That's a washout long. Again, I wanted it down here at 10.95. I did not buy it at 11.30. If I would have, talking $2 a share, team. That is a textbook washout long on one of our top gainers. Traders love this strategy. I love these washout longs followed by a gap and go strategy. Again, you do not know what these terms mean. I will take some time today and I'll do a lesson on washout longs and gap and goes. Again, very advanced strategies. Definitely not for the newer trader because they are considered to be extra risky. But with that being said, I still want to provide you guys with that lesson to where you can maybe paper trade this to see if it's a strategy that you like. Right now, ENOB has been our #1 watch. All eyes on this play since this morning in pre-market. Look at that. We actually gapped down significantly there on TERN, ITOS. All right, so I am right now short on ITOS. Remember, if it cracked down below 29, I was going short on ITOS. So right now, I am short here on ITOS for the sell-off down towards around 25.50. If we break back above 28, let's just call it 29. If we get back above 29, I'm out. I'm risking 70 cents, 60 cents on this play, okay? And I'm looking for at least a $3 move to the downside. Right now, I'm up $50 on ITOS. This is something that we talked about during our pre-market commentary session, right? If we crack below those lows in pre-market, I am looking to short this down towards around, right now it's going to be 26 bucks, all right? Right now, I am short because ITOS was easy to short, team. ITOS was easy to short, so it didn't cost me anything to grab this short. I'm up $68. I'm going to go ahead and take half. Going to go ahead and take half and lock in some profit. Back above 28, that's my new stop loss. Back above 28, that's my new stop. We want to see it crack below $27 now. Right now, I'm locking in a small $82 of profit. Want to see it crack below 27, down to 26, and that's my final target here on ITOS. Back above 27.50, I'm out. That's my new stop on the play, 27.50. I got 50 shares left, looking for the crack of 27 here momentarily. Back above 27.50, I'm going to go ahead and take my profit. I locked in $100. $100 in 2 minutes. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's fine, right? I grabbed $2 out of it, right? It wasn't $2. It's about $1 on average, about $1, right? Because I had 100 shares. But like, guys, a quick $100. Let's go. That's 4 for 4 on the day. I am 4 for 4 on the day. 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to remove that coupon. RAPT, we're watching this one down towards around 25 for the reversal. ENOB, right now, I'm sitting on my hands. I want to wait for this to kind of just settle down a bit. ORPH. ORPH is risky, guys. All right, ORPH is a risky biscuit kind of trade on ORPH. That being said, you don't need a lot of size to make a couple dollars on a stock like ORPH. So right now, team, we broke over 12. We have room to 13 next. I'm going to take 25 shares here. I'm going to put a stop at $11 here on ORPH and just ride a small size to see if this goes on a big squeeze. All right, so 25 shares, risking $1. That's a $25 loss. I'm looking to see if this gets a big squeeze like we saw last Thursday. We saw a little bit of action last Friday in the morning as well. So I'm risking $25, and my first target to lock in a little bit will be right around $16 if we can break over 12. Again, high risk play, all right? I'm fully transparent. There's no credibility behind this stock. All it did was go on a big, nasty move to the upside last Thursday. The only reason I took a trade is just to see if it goes on another big-time move. Again, it's all speculation, right? There is no strategy behind this, so you guys know. And again, I like to be fully transparent. There is no strategy behind this whatsoever. This is a pure gamble, right? And that's why I'm gambling $25 here, right? That is my loss, is 25 bucks, just to see if it goes on that move. So again, all transparency, no strategy, nothing great about this whatsoever. It's all a gamble right now. I was just curious to see if it would ever get that leg on up because we had a nice break. We were pulling back and consolidating above that 1179. And right now, that's why when you understand that it's a risky trade, when you know like, okay, I'm more or less gambling right now, not really trading, right? You have to really understand like, okay, how much am I willing to lose, right? I'll throw $25 down on 22 to see if I hit, right? But I'm okay with losing 25 bucks if I don't hit. So again, I'm playing roulette right now. $25 on 22. Seeing if I hit. If I don't hit, I'm out 25 bucks and I walk away. It's all good, right? I have some breathing room in my profit to risk $25 to see if this stock goes on a big time nasty move to the upside. GRAY is a swing trade play that I have on high watch. High watch today and into this coming week. ANY is our mid-candle breakout play that we alerted on Friday, and we alerted this morning as well inside a chat and our morning newsletter as well. I posted this up everywhere, right? Entries, stops, targets, all right? So this was posted everywhere this morning. Right now, my number one watch is ENOB, all right? We want to focus definitely right now here on ENOB. Right now, ENOB is a little choppy. It's a little risky. It's a little all over the place. So just really sitting back and being patient right now, team. We're on ENOB. This one technically does have room all the way back down towards around that 965. If we dump hard and heavy, $1.50 right on down to that 965, I would be looking for a quick bounce play, right? A quick dip play, and that is considered a scalp, all right? That being said, on ENOB, that's what I'm waiting for to play out here on ENOB. Again, nasty dump. 1, 2, 3 candles, all red, increased volume right down into that floor of support at 965. I would be looking for about 250 shares for a quick 50-cent bounce. Lock in a quick little base hit kind of trade. MDIA shortable. MDIA. Oh, it's shortable. Nice. I like MDIA to the short side right here off that rejection of the 9 EMA. Sell off, consolidate into the 9 EMA. First point, looking for the crack on down. So I love these 9 EMA short strategies. Right now, we're looking for that continuation move on down below 5. If we break back above $5.40, I will be out of this trade here on MDIA. Again, we're looking for that continuation move on down. It could be a quick little higher low double bottom. It could put in a higher high at 540, but as long as we get rejected by that 9 EMA, I'm looking for this to continue on down and crack below $5 support. Right now, the volume's okay. There was not a lot of volume on that green candle. So right now, as long as we stay below 540, I'm still in the trade. We want to see it get rejected. We do not want to see it put in that higher high over 540. Especially 550. If we break over 550, watch for a possible red to green move. A break over 550, watch for a break over the open. Again, you're seeing a little bit of a short pop here. Again, a lot of shorts probably taking that 9 EMA to the short side. I mean, beautiful setup. Right now, we are taking a little bit of heat on the trade, but I'm still in momentarily. And I'm probably going to have to start cutting this trade here in a second. The volume, yeah, definitely with that volume increase. Yeah, we're out. We're out of MDIA. I mean, I'll take that 9 EMA short 100% of the time. Anytime I see that trade, I take it because it has an 80-20 risk reward behind it, right? I mean, there's an 80-20 odds, right, probability that you'll see that rejected and get that continuated move to the downside, right? But this one just happened to re-break the 9, and right now it's possibly setting up for a little bit of a red to green move, right? So looking for a break over 571. We have room all the way to VWAP at 624 here over on MDIA. So my first red trade on the day. MDIA, I loved it. I took it. You know, it's a stop out. It happens. You can't win on every single trade. Yeah, ENOB's Chop City, Chris. Chop, 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 chop City. And so this is the 9 EMA that I was talking about, right? So you see how ITOS sold off? You see how it consolidated and banged off the 9 EMA and then it continued its leg down? That's what I was looking at here on MDIA, right? The sell-off, the consolidation, bang, right into the 9 EMA, and I was looking for that continuation move to the downside. It just never got that move, but kind of similar to what we just saw on ITOS. Anytime I see that first attempt into the 9 EMA after it's selling off on increased selling volume like we saw here, I would be looking to take that rejection move for the next leg lower, and that's exactly why I was getting involved on MDIA for that setup. RAPT needs to get back above 31. All right, so right now we're not looking at RAPT until it's back above 31. ENOB, I'm not a fan of the price action. It's very, very, very choppy. So I'm not a fan. It's very, very choppy. ANY still possibly setting up for that mid-candle breakout formation team. As long as we hold above the VWAP at 275, our next target would be $3 and then $3.18. Is there a bounce coming on AMC? We could definitely see it bounce off our intraday low. So you could definitely see AMC bounce right around 51.50. If it doesn't bounce at 51.50, your next bounce level on AMC would be right around $49.96, so $50. For your next bounce level there on AMC. Right now, scanning through, and I don't see anything that I really, really love at this point in time. Nothing that I'm really super ecstatic about. AVXL, I definitely want to check out something new because our stocks right now, not really looking all that great. But again, we're only, 14 minutes into the market. And yeah, Chris, I mean, look at that daily break. Look at that gap up beautifully, holding and pushing. This one has so much room to the upside. Here on AVXL. Right now, we have room to 20. Anything over 20, I mean, geez. I mean, we have so much room to the upside, team. Look at that. We could see it all the way up towards around 25 and then 28 there on AVXL. Right now, we want to see it hold above 18. All right, so ideally, holding above 18 bucks would be great. So let's definitely keep AVXL on watch as well. Not sure I understand, Todd. Look at the 9. Thoughts? Look at the 9. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Oh, NCTY. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate you. Yes. Yes, let's definitely make sure we're putting tickers in correct format. Again, I know everybody, you're somewhat new to chat, so it's all good. I'm not going to be a butt about it. It just helps everything work in chat properly. Clear drawing set. So yeah, correct ticker format is $, and then the ticker, it highlights it in blue so we can go through and filter messages based on the ticker. So, I mean, the move already really happened, right? I mean, it's already gone from 11 all the way up to 21. Right now, I mean, if it holds above 19 and it breaks over today's highs, actually, let's go ahead and readjust that. Looking at Friday's close at 1936, trying to be a level of support. Possibly even 20 that we bounced just slightly here intraday. We need to break over the highs, and then, yeah, we could definitely see this next target up towards around $23 here on NCTY, but ideally, we want to see it hold above 1936 to 20. We hold above those two levels of support based on the daily chart. We do have room back up to retest. intraday highs at 21.36. And then anything over 21.36, that's when we have a lot of room, all the way up towards around 23.41 there on NCTY. No, you're good. No apologies needed. No apologies. Newer to chat, it's all good. But if you guys are new to chat, we did put together a really nice introduction to give you guys a great tutorial on the chat room, what to expect, and how to utilize the chat room to its full potential as well. So take a moment, 8 minutes, and definitely check that out. Ooh, GRAY. Look at that. Loop. Big old red candle. So, team, what do you guys see that you like? I don't see too much. The only thing that I see would be ITOS on a $26 bounce back up to 28. The only thing that I see right now is ITOS for a $26 bounce off a double bottom, possible higher low, back up towards around $28. Stops would have to be under that prior low here. But again, there's not enough validation for me to get involved. So right now, I am just sitting on my $200 of profit, and I'm averaging into ORPH for the possible push over 12 here off this nice little curl that we have setting up on ORPH. All right, so big push, pulled back, push, higher low, looking for that next leg up. A little bit of an A, B, C, possible D setup up to 13. I have 50 shares of ORPH. Right now, my stops are going to be right under the VWAP. Let's go ahead and cancel that prior stop order that I had in the system. And ORPH, I want to see it hold above 11.75, and I wanted to see it break $12 right here to go ahead and get some action on ORPH. And that's the only trade that I have alive right now is ORPH. Start breaking 12 on increased volume like that. That could be a good little sign that we can get that new intraday high a day. So right now we want to see a lot of hype, a lot of action. Look at that time in sales. That time in sales is starting to get a little active, right? We're starting to see a lot of orders flow through now. Right now, let's see if buyers can hold this up on ORPH to get that next leg to the upside. Again, clean break over 12. We could easily see 13 here over on ORPH. Right now, it's not really getting that fight for 12 that I want to see. But I see that time in sales really picking up. So that tells me that we got some activity and interest here on ORPH for that possible leg on up. And I'm just going to go ahead and walk away from it because I wanted to see it go ahead and pop 12 bucks right then and there. So that being said, ORPH, I'm not even going to look at that play. So the trial is for our amazing chat room hosted over at alphadaytrading.com. So again, we stream live to you guys every single morning, Monday through Friday until 10 o'clock. But if you want to jump on in the chat, collaborate with other members, get access to all of the amazing benefits and all the amazing value we have, I'm offering a small little 7-day pass to the chat room hosted over at alphadaytrading.com. So definitely check it out. And you'll love it, 100%. So AVXL, starting to get a little bit of a move to the upside. Not a lot. The only thing that I could see coming on up may be a little bit of this RAPT squeeze between the 9 and the VWAP. That is the only thing that I can see right now, possibly setting itself up off that prior high here as well. So right now, 29.50 light support. As long as we hold the 9 EMA, you can see this possibly squeeze up over the VWAP. So right now, I'm just kind of sitting back on RAPT. Looking to see if we can actually hold on up here. And right now, RAPT struggling a little bit. ENOB is just very choppy, but we are back above the VWAP here. on ENOB. Coming down and bouncing, bouncing, higher, low. Possibly a break over 12. We could see this up towards around 12.50 and maybe even up towards around 13 bucks. As long as we hold that 11.40 mark here on ENOB. So ENOB, we have to break 12. Got to break and hold it right now. Look, it's just still a little iffy right now over on ENOB. Still a little iffy right now on ENOB. Definitely tried to fight for that $12 break. It's got to break 12 on this candle if we want a new retest of those $12.99 highs. We've got to break 12 here if we want to see that next leg up. Ideally, right here, right now, $12 break ENOB to get that leg up towards around $12.99. Right now, we're fighting for 12. Let's see a clean break and a hold. Clean break and a hold. See, it's backing down way too much. It's backing down way too much, and I don't like that. That's a lot of hidden selling, right? That shows me that there's a lot of hidden selling right now. Here we go. Can we stay above 12? And I'm out. I'm just going to take it. I don't like it. I'm gonna take that quick little $100 bucks. You know, the hidden selling, I wasn't a fan. I didn't want to risk it dump, and for some reason, I have a feeling it's going to dump. It's not going to hold 12. I could be wrong, but for something tells me that we're going to see it down to around 11 bucks. Again, all that hidden selling, just not a fan of all that hidden selling. We did cleanly break over 12, so as long as we hold 12, we have room to 13 team. So as long as ENOB holds above $12, you have room to 13 bucks team, all right? But again, I'm not super confident with the price action. Again, I focus a lot on price action. I focus a lot on, you know, the level 2 and whatnot, and those 5 attempts of trying to get over 12 and not seeing a big seller on the level 2 tells me that there is hidden selling, smashing the market button, and that concerns me a little bit that we could see it dump, right? Again, does it have to dump? No, right? It could definitely squeeze on up, but something tells me in my gut that it's not a safe trade to be in, that we could easily see it dump on down. So I'm going to listen to my gut. My gut's normally right. Right? Most of the time, my gut's right. So I'm staying away from ENOB right now. I hope it runs if you're in. I hope it runs the 13. I hope it runs the 15. But there's just something in me that tells me that it's not ready to run. But again, I could be wrong. I'm not right 100% of the time. No one's right 100% of the time. There's a lot of light volume on BTX, but BTX breaking over the prior high of 1665, pulling back, a little bit of a U-shape. This would be your point that you would want to take that trade with stops under 1660. So if you're looking for the pullback, the U-shape, the next leg up, right now, that would be your transitional point to make your entry, and your stops would have to be right underneath that low, all right? ENOB, what did I say? Something just telling me that we're not ready based on that price action trying to get over 12. Look at that. Traders buying 12.25, right now down about 35 cents a share. Something just telling me that it just was not ready yet and that we were going to see it come on down before getting that next leg up. And right now, look at that on ENOB. Look at that. That's why I listen to my gut sometimes. That's why I listen to my gut. Right now, ENOB is still in play. We just need to wait for this to actually set up with an 80-20 setup. BTX right now, You know, you have that transitional point. You have a nice tight stop. You did when it was at 1680. You had about a 25 cent stop, about 60 cents of profit potential. Oh! Oh! That's gross. ENOB. That's disgusting. I'm glad I listened to my gut, because at the same time it was tempting to take the trade over 12, but I was just like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I just don't know. Right now I'm looking at ENOB down towards around 965 for the bounce. That's it. I'm looking to see this crack down below 1083, right? I'm looking for a solid dump down towards around that 965 for a quick dip trade there on ENOB. ANY is getting that mid candle, guys. That was a solid trade. And here we go. AMC. All eyes on AMC right now. Textbook downtrend break coming on up. Possible textbook downtrend break coming on up. So right now I want you guys keep an AMC on high watch right here. If we break the VWAP and break the downtrend, definitely have a lot of potential to retest these intraday highs of 54.35. So I want you guys keeping AMC on high watch. In for that higher low, break of the VWAP, break of the downtrend for that next leg on up. AMC, room to 54.35. ENOB, I'm still looking for that 965 dip buy. And RAPT, guys, RAPT is on high watch here on RAPT. High watch here on RAPT for the break over 30.75. So RAPT, high watch. We have room, first target to 33. I like the volume. I like the double bottom. I like that we're back above 30. I like that we're back above the 9. Possibly seeing a squeeze come on up. High risk trade though, team. Very, very high risk. Stops have to be at 29. Right now, just kind of keeping this one on watch to see if we get that build up and that possible squeeze up over our VWAP. Here on RAPT. Right now, I'm waiting for this candle to close out. And if this candle closes back above 30, I am going to start a 50 share position for the break over 30.76. Right now, I'm not in, though. Right now, we got 5 seconds left. All right, I'm taking a small 50 share starter here on RAPT with stops under 29. Again, it's a high risk trade. I want to make sure I'm telling you guys up front. A high risk trade. It's not an 80-20 setup. It's definitely something that I think could pop for a quick little scalp here, simply because we had the push, the quick little double bottom. It is building up ever so slightly back above the 9 EMA. We had nice volume along that candle right there as well, looking to get that pop to the upside. So again, I like it for my own reasoning. My strategy and my edge is different than most. And that's why I want to clarify, hey, it's not an 80-20 setup, right? We're still finding and we're still looking for those 80-20 setups. Again, this is a higher risk, higher reward trade. And again, I like to clarify that because I do not want people buying with me out of like a mirror trade. Because again, mirror trading simply does not work. And you know me, I'm a big no-no in me with mirror trading. So again, I just always want to clarify high risk, high risk. Definitely not an 80-20 setup, but a setup that I think could possibly get the break over 30.75 for that leg up into the 33s. And on 50 shares, you know, you can still make, you know, a couple $100 if we get the move. So right now, it's fighting for the move. You can see that it's fighting to get that pop on up here out of this consolidation. So it's consolidating, it's getting very tight. It's going to make a move, right? Is it going to dump down the 29 or is it going to break out over $30.76? It hasn't made a move yet, and that's what makes it risky. But it is getting very, very tight out of this consolidation. So right now we're just waiting to actually get that confirmed move, whether it's up or down. And right now I'm leaning more towards up based on that last candle. I'm leaning more towards up based on the last candle with the volume. So right now, as long as we're pushing over 30, got a lot of potential over VWAP here. Starting to see some action. That's good. Starting to see a little bit of action. We got to break VWAP. It's got to break 30.75. I mean, it has to break $30.75 here. We're at 30.50 on the bid. There's 30. There we go. There's the move. There we go. Small little 39. Still holding on. As long as we close above VWAP, I'm still holding this play. Stops are now break-even, team. Right? I have enough breathing room so I can bring those stops up right to my break-even. We want to see a close over 31 here. Got about 5 seconds for a good close. Need to have a strong close here on this candle. There we go. Not a bad close. Let's see some continuation out of this play. Let's break 31.50. There we go. Let's go ahead and take half. Go ahead and lock in profit. Stops are now under 31 on the rest. So anything under 31, I'm taking my last position. We have room to 33, and that's my next and final target. So anything back under 31, I am taking profit. Want to see a 31.50 break here? Want to see a 31.50 squeeze. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lock in profits. $78. I'll take it. I'll take a quick $78 scalp. That's okay. Green is green. So I'll take that for that quick little scalp play. ENOB getting close. ENOB's too slow. I want to see it, boom, slam. I want to see some of these candles. I want to see quick dollar candles. Quick dollar candles to the downside. I don't want to see that slow and steadiness, right? When we're looking for dips, right? When we're looking for a quick dip buy, right? We want to see nasty red candles right down into our level of support, and then we want to see it bounce for a quick scalp, right? That's what we want to see. Big, nasty red volatile candles right down into support for a big boom. Bounce. When we see the stock slow and steady down to that support line, we're more or less looking for the possible reversal, right? And that's going to be a slower and steadier move to the upside, right? Off that floor support. So I was looking for the bounce, the scalp. This is more or less setting up for a little bit of a reversal as it's kind of slow and steady. But that candle right there was pretty volatile, was pretty aggressive. Did AMC break above that? Yeah, that was your entry, guys. Remember? I said wait for the break of the downtrend in VWAP. Look at that. You guys could have been making your entries below 53, locking in, you know, $2 a share, $1.50 a share. I can't trade everything. I can't trade them all. But that is a textbook, if Wes was here, a textbook. Downtrend break. Higher low, boop. Volume confirmation, boop. Nice little squeeze, nice little breakout there. So right now, AMC still have resistance right around 54.40, right? We still have resistance right around that level. We hold above, we could definitely see the next candle open and squeeze. But right now, we didn't hold above. So right now, I'm thinking we have some room back to the downside before we actually see that proper next leg up here on AMC. Right now, AMC is getting that leg on up, team. AMC, and it does have room to 60, but we want to make sure it's actually going to close over those highs first and actually hold a proper move to the upside. AMC, the trade was down here. Right now, we can't chase it at new highs. We got to wait for a better pullback. Wouldn't you guys agree? We have to wait for a better pullback here on AMC. All right, right now, we're not chasing the highs at 55. Everybody on YouTube, you guys got an extra 8 minutes. All right, 7-day trial. All right, that's coming down in the next 2 hours. Again, definitely take advantage of it. Jump on in the chat. We have some fun, making good alerts, making some great profits. I'm up 344 on the day. One red trade on MDIA, lost about 200 bucks, but overall still locking in 344 on the day. And I haven't really even traded that much size. I've traded 5,000 shares today. So my commissions and fees will be like $20. Right? So right now I'm truly locking in a little over 300 bucks on the day. And that right there, team, is consistent base hit profits, especially when the market is a little on the slower side. And it's safe to say the market is a little on the slower side right now. All right, team. So that being said, YouTubers, happy and safe trading. Be smart, be safe. Definitely take us up on that 7-day trial. I look forward to seeing you guys in chat. If not, I will see you guys back here tomorrow morning, bright and early at 9 o'clock a.m.